how did I move from this broke kid living in a neighborhood somewhere in Cameroon to becoming this individual that finally traveled to America and is building a business? Hey guys, what I am about to share with you will completely change your life. Are you ready for it? So this is the thing. What I'll be talking about right now is about how to put yourself in uncomfortable situations in order to experience breakthrough in your life. To put yourself in a situation that you know you can't get out. And then you find a way to get out. And in the process of you figuring out a way to get out, you become unstoppable. You achieve your dreams. You build that business that you've had in your head, or you land that dream job. That is what I'm going to be sharing with you. Guys, my name is Roland, and maybe some of you have been watching, you've never really understood my story and why I'm qualified to say the things that I'm saying to you. See, I grew up in a home that mom never went to college, dad never went to college. You see what I'm saying? My siblings never went to college. But guess what? I had to put myself in an uncomfortable situation. Looking at my surroundings, my neighbors, my friends, everybody around me had money, had something. I had nothing. I remember going to neighbor homes and we would just sit down on the floor. Why? Because we just want to watch TV, because we didn't have TV in our home. How did I move from this broke kid living in a neighborhood somewhere in Cameroon to becoming this individual that finally traveled to America and is building a business? My goal is that I document my story and share my story with you. Somehow you can find hope and be able to build that dream business, to be able to land that dream job, to be able to design the kind of life that you want for yourself. Are you ready? So I'm talking about putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. So uncomfortable. See guys, what is killing most of you watching this video right now is because you have found comfort in your misery. You found comfort wherever you find yourself right now. You are comfortable. My goal is that you become uncomfortable after listening to what I have to say, so that you can go out there and get what you truly deserve. So this is the thing. I decided that if it ought to be, it is up to me. I decided to take responsibility for my life. I decided that all the problems that are happening in my life, why I'm not getting what I really want, is because of me. I will not blame my dad. I won't blame my mom. I won't blame the society that I grew up in. I take responsibility to this day, and I'm instilling this in my kids. Take responsibility of your life. Nobody is going to give it to you. And even if they give it to you, it won't really help you. I decided that if it ought to be, and I repeat that again, because if you decide today that the kind of car that I want to drive, the kind of house I want to live in, if it ought to be, it is up to me. The kind of woman that I want to get married to, if it ought to be, it is up to me. Repeat that and write it in the comment section. If it ought to be, it is up to me. And what you do is put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. I was willing to learn. I was willing to knock doors and ask questions and look for mentors and people that have achieved extraordinary success in their lives and ask them what they did. And I was pushing through that journey with dreams and visions and ideas that I believed that could become a reality. And as I was asking questions, I got help. And I got help from people who were willing to see the passion and the desire and the fire in my eyes and say, we will give you a helping hand. And if you decide to become uncomfortable, there are millions of people out there that will give you that same helping hand. Because why? They want you to succeed. Many people around you want you to make it. Get off that idea that many people don't want you to succeed. It's lies. That is complete BS. Many people want you to make it, and they will provide for you the direction if you decide, and you do that by becoming uncomfortable. Okay? So, right here in America, I've been studying, I've been trying, I've been working extremely hard to build businesses. I've encountered a lot of failures in many businesses that I've started. But my dream is that I become that big brother. Like I was sharing with my wife the other day, and I'm like, my life is a mystery because most of the things that I've had in life came from people that I don't even know. If you're looking just at your mom, your dad, your brothers, and your sisters to help you, that is a complete waste of time. You are a product of society. And if your life becomes better, you'll be able to help more people around you. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I decided that I want to become somebody, and I know everyone around me wants me to be successful. Because if you think that everybody around you doesn't want you to be successful, you carry that energy around wherever you go. And guess what? When you propose an idea, nobody wants to help you because subconsciously in your mind, you believe that everyone wants you to fail. But today, if you will say, everyone around me wants me to be successful, and I'm willing to put myself in an uncomfortable situation until I get what I want. And the first step to putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation is to develop that mindset of taking a risk. Taking risk. Okay? So I'm a dad and I have 3 kids. And we've been blessed with amazing children, with my wonderful wife. And I've been working extremely hard to build a life for my family. And something happened. I was doing an MBA program. That is, I was in business school doing an MBA program. And what I did was look at the circumstances around me and what I think that I should have in my life at this age, and I don't yet have it. And I decided to drop out of that MBA program to starting a business. That was risk. That was risk. And I ask you the question, what are you willing to lose? What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to let go so that you can have the life that you desire? That is putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation. What are you willing to give up? Oh, the government is bad. Oh, everything is wrong. Oh, the society is upside down. What are you willing to give up to get the kind of life that you want for yourself? I had to drop out of that program and took a risk. And within a month, I was able to accumulate an asset more than $1 million. Listen, I want to repeat that again. In less than a month, I was willing to accumulate an asset that is income producing asset that was worth more than $1 million. And I want to let you know, no matter where you find yourself, there are people around you that if you decide and you lay a plan that makes sense, you will be able to do the same. Location is not a hindrance. Location is not a barrier as to how you can make this dream become a reality in your own life. Okay, so I took risk. And so I'm in the automotive space. I'll be using the car renting business ideology or philosophies to explain what I'm saying, but it is applicable in any business that you want to start, right? Whatever that business is, these principles are applicable. Does that make sense? So this is the reality, guys. I will teach you how to raise capital. I will teach you how to start a business. I will teach you how to market that business. I will teach you how to attract investors into that business. But you have to be willing to put yourself in that uncomfortable situation, take risk, and be able to grow exponentially. Okay? So I was willing to take risk. Guys, you are one step close to your destiny. You are one step to becoming exponentially rich. You are one step to becoming geometrically rich. Okay? The God that created you and I is a God of multiplication. God is not the God of addition. Some people believe that in order for you to be wealthy, it has to take you 20 years saving money, getting a job, working, and doing all of that. Yes, that is cool, but the God that we serve is a God of multiplication. And if you want to get success in your life, you have to think geometrically. You could be running a church. You could be running maybe a restaurant. You could be running a hair salon business. Friends, the key to exponential growth is geometric thinking. You have to think outside of the box and ask yourself the question, how can I multiply my effort? How can I leverage resources, talents, ideas, money of other people and other people around me that are wealthy or have things that I don't have? How can you leverage the resources that you have around you? I want to let you know, good people in your life, they are a resource. Money is a resource. Talent is a resource. A skill is a resource. If you know how to communicate, it is a resource. How do you leverage this skill, these tools, so that you can be able to experience exponential growth? And some of us grew up in a culture where you will walk even in the room to look at someone in the eyes and tell them what you want. You wouldn't do that. Because why? We were trained that when you're looking at an elder in the eye, it is disrespectful. And I want to let you know, after traveling and experiencing life the way I've done, I'm beginning to realize that if you cannot look at someone in the eyes and demand and tell them what it is you want, people will not trust you. So the first step is to be able to establish eye contacts with people, regardless of their age, regardless of their gender, regardless of the differences between you and that people. You have to be willing to look at them in the eyes, look at people in their eyes and tell them what it is you want without blinking. It is not disrespectful. People connect with you. They can see through your eyes, right down into your soul, if you're real or not, if you're fake or if you're just trying to put up a show. They can see it through your eyes. My question to you, can you look at someone in the eyes and tell them that you believe in this dream, and if they come along with you, their lives will change as a result? If you can do that, you will become unstoppable. Because you might be asking, really, is it that simple? Yes, it is. All the great celebrities, the great engineers, anyone great that you do know, one thing that they possess is confidence. And that confidence comes from them knowing exactly what it is they want and believing that if everyone moves to that direction, it will be better, not only for himself, it will be better for society, it will be better for the people who come along with them on that journey. So that is very, very important. And that is you taking that risk to say, no, I've been slouching. I'll put my head in the ground. I won't look at people in the eyes. I won't do my workout. I won't get my body into shape so that when I step out there, people can feel it, they can see it, they can connect with me, and they know that I am real and I believe what it is I'm saying. And if they join me, their lives will change as a result. But if they don't, they will miss out on that opportunity, because I know I am an unstoppable force of good in the universe. And because of that belief and determination, no matter what, I will fall down, I will rise again, and I will step out there, and there are more people that believe in me and they will join me. And I'm just sharing my story with you just to let you know that what I'm saying to you is possible for you. It is possible for you today. You can make that decision to say, I have been comfortable. I have been slowing my own self down by believing that it was designed for other people and not me. You were designed for something great. So today, I want to start by telling you that you need to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. So when I went into the automotive space and I'm in the car rental business and I started this business, guess what? I didn't know everything about that business, because the lie is that you need to know everything about a business before you start. You don't need to know anything about a business before you start. The most powerful force you need is confidence. And I had confidence. And so I went and started that business. And I started that business. I accumulated the assets that I did accumulate. And guess what happens? Along the way, I begin to meet mentors, People who have walked that journey, people who are doing it, people who have experienced exponential growth, people who have failed in many areas in that business, and they were willing to guide me so I don't make the same mistakes that they've made. And guess what happens? I started tripling my effort. I started making more money. I started developing skills that I never had in that business. And this is possible for any business that you want to start. And that is why I said I'll be talking about the automotive industry, but this is applicable in any business. So I met a man called Johnny on my journey as a car renter. Johnny is an extraordinary human being, phenomenal human being with a good heart that saw me, looked at me in the eyes, and believed in me, believed in the possibilities in me, and started sharing the ideas that I needed in order to make success, in order to be successful in the car renting space. And so Johnny will call me, I will call Johnny, and anytime I'm experiencing a challenge in that business, I will call Johnny. And when I call Johnny, he's going to walk me through the next step, what to do next, how to handle this problem. And Johnny did that for me. And why am I saying this? Because I'm a big fan of mentorship. Don't try to do it by yourself. You've heard people tell you don't take risk. Don't take risk. Please be very careful. Live within your means. Don't take risk. That is complete BS. If you will make it in this life, you got to be able to take risk. You got to be able to take risk. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you will only fail when you take risk because you refuse to learn. You refuse to grow. You refuse to find mentors. You don't want to associate with people within that industry that are very successful and learn from them so you can grow. If you find those people, you will make it. If you find those people, they will guide you. Keep finding those people until you find the right one that you believe that they have your best interest at heart and they are willing to give you a helping hand. So, and that's my message for you. And that's why many people take risk and they fail. The reason why you failed is because you did not get a mentor. Take the risk. No matter how big it is, you might take a risk of a loan of $5 million. You can take the risk. You can take a risk of a loan of $10 million if you can, if you're qualified for. Take that risk. And as you take that risk, you will figure out your way. You see what I'm saying? Yes, all of us took risk. When you started walking, you were crawling. Guess what? You didn't even know you would walk today. You didn't even know at some stage in your life, you did not know that you were going to walk. But you kept standing up. You kept trying to walk, and today you walk effortlessly. And it's why? Because you decided that you will not put yourself in that comfortable situation to be crawling on the ground or laying on the ground. You said, I will try my best to walk because I see everyone else around me walking, and me too, I can do the same. Does that make sense? And that's what I'm talking about. So I just want to lay this point down so that you are able to believe that some certain things are possible. And I was born in Cameroon, and I grew up in Cameroon. And most of my friends and colleagues and classmates are from Cameroon. And why I'm saying this is because if you can come out of Cameroon and become somebody and believe in yourself, if you can see me and I'm your brother, I'm your uncle, I'm your father, and if you can see me doing it, you too can believe that you can do it as well. And today I've laid that foundation. Become uncomfortable. Yes, I said it. Become uncomfortable. No one is coming to help you. Not even the government, not even your father, not even your mother, not even that uncle that you have been dreaming that someday they will give you a helping hand. Nobody is coming to save you. You have to get out there and become uncomfortable and believe in your dreams. And in that process, you will find help. And as you find help, you will experience success. This is one thing with mentorship that most people fail, and I thought I'd just throw that in because today you start designing for yourself a blueprint and a business that will eventually change your life. This is the thing. If someone comes to me for advice and I tell them what to do, and the next time they call me, they try to ask for something else without giving me feedback on what I told them, and they go out there and implemented it, and they say, hey, I went out and I did what you told me, and this is the result that I have gotten, and I'm stuck here. What is the next step? When you do that, a mentor will want to give you more information. But if they share with you, if they direct you, if they pour into you, and you go out there, you don't take action, and you come back and keep seeking for information, guess what? They will not have the time to waste to keep mentoring you, advising you, giving you directions that you will not take action on. Does that make sense? If a mentor, like what I'm saying right here, if you come back after listening to me and I'm able to see in the comment section in my DM that I took action on what you said and this is where I am and I'm stuck, I don't know how to proceed, can you help me? A mentor is inspired by that kind of energy, by that kind of individual to keep pouring into you, to say more things that will help you become successful. Does that make sense? So when you go, or maybe somebody is listening to this video or you're reading a book and you've been inspired by that book and you don't come back to that mentor who wrote that book or that author who wrote that book and said, this is what I extracted out of your book and applied it and this is the result that I'm getting. Can you give me more? They are excited to help you. Does that make sense? And that is the key, guys. Okay, so I just want to let you know, as you embark on this journey of putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, you will start experiencing growth. You will start experiencing progress. You'll be blessed. And as you do so, your life will change. I want to share a story with you and then I'll let you go. I've shared this multiple times. I started my journey in the film production business. I had no idea on how to even write a script. I had no idea on how a camera even works. I had no idea on what editing is all about. I had no clue about anything. But what I did have was a passion to produce films. And as I stepped out there and I started seeking for mentors, people who have been in that industry, I was able to come across this man who was already doing it and he was successful at it. And I told him, I want to produce a film. This is the idea of the film and this is the story. And I was able to share with him. Guess what happens? He saw it. And I'm like, oh, I have a crew of people and I have people who are passionate and they want to act. And I brought him close to me and I was able to show the people and what I've been doing so far. He was inspired. And guess what happened? He said, come, I'm going to hold your hand. I will show you how to write a script. I will show you how to use the camera. Not only will I show you how to use the camera, I will film your first movie for you for free. I will do it for you. I will edit it for you for free. And I will show you how to launch that movie and make money out of that movie. And he kept to his words. Why? Because when we started the first step of writing a script and writing the story, I went and actually wrote the story and brought it back to him within 3 days. I did not sleep. And I had to write close to 80-page movie in 3 days and come and presented it to him. And I said, this is it, I got it. And he was inspired. And guess what? He went to the next step. We have to edit the script. After editing the script, we have to present this script to the delegate of culture for approval. After we do that, the next thing is we will start scouting for locations. We will look for where we will film this movie. And after we do that, now we will embark on rehearsing. And after we rehearse, we are going to go out there and actually buy the costumes that are needed for this production. We will set up a makeup team. We will get up a continuity manager. We will get a continuity manager. And we got all of this together. Why? Because after the next step, I went, implemented it, came back, gave him feedback, and he said that was cool, and we went to the next. And what I'm telling you is I end up producing a movie, learning how to write a script and produce a film without knowing anything about film production. But because I had the passion, I had the desire to learn, I met a mentor who was willing to coach me, and he walked me through every step, and we had a successful film. So what I'm sharing with you is coming out of my life experience, not just some theory, and this can happen. Every business that I've ever started, I follow this principle. I always do my research. I read about that subject. I go out there and I start taking action. And in that process, I come across mentors and coaches that guide me. And eventually, you will have to pay for some, right? If the people are really worthy, you pay. And don't shortchange yourself. Don't put some money in your pocket and say, I won't pay. Oh, it's going to cost you more by not paying for wisdom, by not paying for knowledge. And so I just want to share with you and let you know that has been the blueprint for me starting and growing every single business that I've done in my life. This can be your story. I hope this message inspires you. I hope you step out there and take action. And as we do, we're going to wrap up this 2023 in a good way. And we're going to start off 2024 even stronger than you even thought. That is my message for you today. Keep getting inspired. Never give up on your dream. Stop being uncomfortable. There are endless doors of opportunity right out there for you. And until next time, guys, peace.